All right, so today we're going to talk about ginger. It is my third year growing ginger, and all but one of these pieces I grew last year. So let's talk about it. Ginger needs to be hot, 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 hot. It does not like to be cold. It doesn't even like to be below like 75 degrees. It's crazy. It likes heat, heat, heat. So to get it started, you've got these pieces. And this is just, you actually do need some special crap for this. This is peat moss mixed with a little perlite and some regular ass soil, about 1 part each. And you want it shallow, and you want it in a container that will hold heat. It's like this metal container. It's a very shallow amount. This is literally like 2 handfuls of each thing. And you don't want it too wet at first. At first, you just want it damp. Like, I can squeeze barely a drop out of that. So it's a little dry side, right? This is how we start. We're going to callus off our ginger. So you look at your ginger, right? And you see this white nubbin. That is a sprout. It will grow. There's one right next to it right there. So what we're going to do is separate them, because that's 2 plants, right? And you're going to put it so that everything is covered except for that little sprout, right? And again, dry. This is not super wet. It's not super dry. It's like just barely damp. And so you go through all your ginger pieces. There's a white one. You just smack off the knuckle, put it in there. There's none. Oh, there's one on there. I'm going to have a lot of ginger plants. Maybe I'll give some away. I think I'm going to eat that one. I don't see any. Let's see any sprout. If you see a sprout, break it off. Put it under. And you don't want these to rot either. That's the big issue, is that if you put them in the wet dirt and cold, they will rot. I'll show you the difference. Like, this is a live eye. See how it's white like a little knuckle? It wants to grow, right? This one is good too. That's alive. This one here is hollow, so it's dead. So we've got 3 on there. I'm just going to put them together. It can make 3 shoots. I don't care. I don't know if you can see, but they're not all the way covered in here. There's another one. Can I break it off? Oh, these are hard sometimes. And part of the problem is that anything that I'm not using, I'm going to wash off and eat. So I don't want to like waste any. Nothing alive on that one. This one. Okay, so here's a good example. Dead eye, live eye. Can you see the difference between these 2 and that one? That one's alive. It's going to make a sprout. Jam it in there. That one's alive. And these little pieces like this, I don't see any more alive on that side. That one's alive. I want it to have a little more energy. The amount of root that you keep with it is how much energy that little sprout is going to have to feed on and eat and grow from. There is none there, but there is one right there. So just going to find them, give them about, just like a potato, give them about 1 inch of, tuber to grow from. Let's see more live ones on that. You're looking for these. Oh, that one wants. Look at that one. That one's ready. They kind of look like little pyramids almost. They're cool. That one. See how that one is white? This one is white. We can get 2 out of this. None of these look alive. And this is called callusing because the cut part that you did won't get too wet to rot. It'll kind of dry out and callus up. None of these are alive. And then that one's alive. And then once it's got a callus on it, just like a potato, just like potatoes. These are kind of similar to potatoes. but they need it hot, unlike potatoes, which like to be a little cool. Gingers like to be very hot, hot, hot. They're tropical. They won't stand for any of this cool weather nonsense. And I am in a zone where it gets freezing, freezing in the winter. So these cannot be done outside or kept outside once they have begun. And they do take almost 200 or more days. So you want to make sure you start them real early. I'm pretty late with this. I'm pretty late. Tuck that one in there and see if it goes. I think that's it. I think that's all my... Oh, there's one there. Just about all. That's all my live sprouts. One more. Done. Okay, so show you the tray. Just barely buried. And we're going to let them callus. We're going to let them callus for about 2 weeks. And then I'm going to check on the cut side and make sure it's dried out. Then I'm going to start watering, and I'm going to put another layer of just regular dirt on top and start watering. When they get big enough to have a green shoot coming out, I'm going to put them in a really wide, shallow tray. You know, some kind of crap like this, right? Because they don't have deep roots. They don't want a lot of depth. They want a lot of space, because these little rhizomes will grow on the surface of the dirt with green bamboo looking shoots coming up. And so you want these to be, you know. So we're going to keep these very, very warm. I'm going to put them in the absolute warmest place in the greenhouse. Oh, where am I going? That is not it. And I'm going to switch them out for my tobacco, which I've also started. I'm just going to put them down here. This is the warmest place. I have hot peppers up until just now, and tobacco growing there. I should prick out my tobacco today. I might wait a little longer. So, you know, you get them in a really warm place, and you want like 24-hour hottest possible heat mat all the way underneath them. If you need to put a containment system over the top to keep it warm, do it. Whatever you need to do to keep it really, really, really hot inside the tray. There are our callusing gingers. And again, I'll update you on these in 2 weeks and again in a month or so when I get around to it, because as you know, I'm very lazy. I'm going to go back to pricking out some lettuces now, because I've made some videos for you guys. And wow, it's been a while because I just have had no energy, and that sucked. But here I am again. I'm actually back to work on waiting list only right now, but I haven't been back yet because I'm fucking tired all the time. So felt good to talk to y'all today, and I'll make some more videos soon. Happy growing. I hope your stuff grows faster than mine and bigger.